Hey everybody, it's Doug here, Doug Mysticon, Board Game Geek, bringing you episode 3 of our Sentinels of the Multiverse playthrough, where I am using cards mostly from the Wrath of the Cosmos expansion that just recently came out, with our heroes, as you can see on the screen there, Guys, Skyscraper, Captain Cosmos, and Knife. Knife is not from this expansion, but an expansion card came out for Knife, which was the Rogue Agent character card, which is the one we're playing, so it's still from Wrath of the Cosmos. And we are playing with the Doc Thorath Capital and Deadline, which are both also from Wrath of the Cosmos. Now, as typical with these playthroughs, especially with games like this, they're fiddly, so I have some corrections I need to do, and I'm not saying fiddly in a negative way, it's just the way the game is. I love this game, but it is what it is. And some great viewers pointed out some things, a number of things, small and large. One of them's large, the rest are small, to me, and we're going to correct where we can. One of them is fairly significant, so we're going to get around to that. First off, I'm going to tackle a simple one. I don't know why I was thinking this way. I do know this, and I don't know why. I'm glad somebody pointed it out to me. Irreducible damage does not mean it can't be recovered or healed in some way. I don't know what I was thinking. I actually know this. I don't know where my head was going on this. It means that it can't be reduced when it's done. So if you have something that reduces damage, it can't be reduced. You're going to take the damage, even if you have something to protect you. Okay, so that was an easy one. The next one is someone suggested. I don't know if I missed it or not, but I may have missed Guys' power last turn. I think I played one shots, and they were so. There's so much going on with those one shots. I totally missed to actually then play his power. Not the end of the world. I'm skipping over that. He did a lot that turn anyway. Not going to be super critical, though he would have dealt a little damage. But that'll make up for something else. Now I want to go to the villain card because we do need to address something there that somebody pointed out to me, and I do appreciate that from them. I want to, and we can resolve it. It's just going to be, let's just say we're going to, before we start the next turn, it would be good to resolve. So, you know, I was thinking to myself that this wouldn't have happened. I'm putting the Deadline Remorseful Eco Vandal up on the screen so you can see it. I was thinking at the end of the villain turn this wouldn't have happened, but that was just me being taking advantage of the opportunity to try and avoid this issue. But if you read this carefully, it says, at the end of the villain turn, destroy all environment cards and shuffle the environment trash into the environment deck. Okay, so we would have done that. We would have had to do that. However, we only drew one card. So, the environment trash, okay, then destroy all catastrophe cards, and Deadline deals each non-villain target X irreducible fire damage, and removes the top X cards of the environment deck from the game, where X equals the number of catastrophe cards. Now, this is removed from the game. I want to stress that. So we do need to do this part. And then it says, then if there are no cards in the environment deck, the heroes lose. Game over. Of course, there will be cards in the environment deck, but I do definitely want to do this. So let's take first step. We destroy all the environment cards, and we put them into the environment deck and shuffle the environment deck. Okay, so I am doing that now. Then we destroy all of the catastrophe cards, which might actually, this might actually result in less damage to the heroes than if we had let these run through and play. So we're going to destroy all catastrophe cards, and each non-villain target is going to receive X irreducible fire damage and remove the top X cards in the environment deck from the game. So it's going to be 3. Where X equals the number of catastrophe cards. So what we're going to do is we are going to take these out. These were the ones that are destroyed, I believe. Let's just double check and make sure. Then destroy all catastrophe cards. Okay. And Deadline deals each non-villain target. Yep, so these 3 catastrophe cards go into his trash, which is going to result in 3 points of damage irreducible damage to each of the heroes. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Now, Captain Cosmos does have his bracer, but it just doesn't matter. Oh, and we need to get that on the screen because it too will take this damage. The energy bracer. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. A lot of good that bracer did him. Okay, now we also have to go to the environment deck, where we are going to destroy the top 3 cards of the environment deck. Now that means I'm going to put them aside right above my iPad to show that they're out of the game. And now that can happen again. Now at the start of his next turn, he's going to flip over, back over, and go back into his more normal villain state. Okay, that actually completes that update. I hope I just did that right. I'm pretty sure that I did. Okay, now there's one more little correction I just want to point out. I'm not going to actually do it. I just want to point it out. Okay, you can't activate the same power twice in a turn, and I did but I did it through the card play. I should have probably done something different. But anyway, I just want to highlight that. I shouldn't have done that, but I did, and it is what it is. We're going to just get started with the next turn now. But again, just to help you play right, I do want to point these things out. Now we are back to Deadline, who we are going to start the new villain turn, which, as you know, is the first thing that happens in our turn, is the villain start turn. So start of the villain turn comes first. Now there is a start of the villain item. It says at the start of the villain turn, if there are no catastrophe cards in play, flip Deadline's villain character cards. Okay, so he goes back to his start of the turn action is back to here. Okay, now now here it says at the start of the game. Oh, wait, sorry. His only other ability is the at the end of villain turn. If there are X number of catastrophe cards, he flips over. He's really nasty when he does that, so you want to try and limit that to as few cards as possible. But so now that we've taken care of the start of the villain turn, now we're going to play a villain card, and it is a catastrophe. It's calculated orogenesis. It says at the start of the villain turn, which is already passed, play the top card of the environment deck. Then that environment card deals each non-villain target 2 melee damage. That's fine. Doesn't do anything right now. And then we go to the end of the villain turn. Okay, pretty simple turn overall. His glaive is still in existence. So his glaive, it says at the end of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest hit points 3 energy damage. We're going to do that, and that currently is, so in doing this I caught another small correction from that big damage thing we did from the villain. I had played a Captain Cosmos card on Skyscraper. It was this one. It says play this card next to any hero at the start of the hero's turn. That player may discard a card, but the more important thing right now is the hit points. So Skyscraper has that in play, but I had to put that up here, and it too took 3 hit points. Okay, now Skyscraper is going to take the damage from the glaive, and she doesn't have anything to stop it, so she's going to go 1, 2, and 3. And lastly, just to make sure we remain complete, this does say at the end of the villain turn, if there are 3 or more catastrophe cards in play, flip Deadline's card. There are not. So that is going to end the villain's turn, and now we get to go to the already damaged, kind of beat up heroes. Let's get to it. Okay, we're going to start with Guys. Now, he does not have any cards in play right now. So the first thing we're going to do is look at his cards and see what we want to play. Okay, we're going to play, where did I leave that? It's a one-shot. It says draw 2 cards. Did you get what you were looking for? If so, good. If not, I don't know if you know what you get what you're looking for. If not, you may discard the 2 cards you just drew to put a card from the trash into your hand. Okay, that's pretty good, but it's the best card he has right now, so we're going to do that. We're going to play that. We're going to draw 2 guys' cards and take a look at them. See what we get. Retcon, 1 shot, destroy 1 going on. Oh, yes, I think we're definitely keeping these. And we got the total beefcake one. Not so good. Okay, and that was a 1 shot, so we did that. And we did keep them. We didn't go into the trash. Now, it says his power, it says tough choices. Draw a card or play a card. How to choose. Also, Guys deals 1 target, 1 melee damage. But who? Well, it's going to be the glaive. But let's see if we're going to play a card still. So, I think we're going to play Yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to play Guise of the Barbarian, ongoing limited, but his ongoings are weird. They all go away the next turn. So he's pretending to be Conan, apparently. Says, I am mighty and fearsome, like the fabled alpaca. Okay, powerful alpaca barbarian. Increase damage dealt by Guise by 2 at the start of your turn. Destroy this card. So we're going to play that. That's going to increase his damage by 2, which means he's going to get to do 3 points of melee damage to a target. We definitely want to get rid of this glaive, so we'll hit that for 3 more points. I don't know if I should be attacking the villain or this, but yeah, we're down to 2 points on that, and that will end, well, almost end Guise's turn. Let's go finish it up. Okay, and for the last bit of his turn, he gets to draw a card. We'll take a look and see what that is. Blatant reference. I kind of like this one. It's pretty good. Okay, so he got the blatant reference card back. So, by the way, I kept blanking on the name of this, but someone said, "Do you mean this movie?" I was like, "Yeah, duh." This reminds me of Samuel L. Jackson from Pulp Fiction. That's what I was trying to say before. Anyway, let's move on to Skyscraper. Okay, well, she's going from teeny to huge. So for her card play, we're going to play ongoing huge, Thorathian Monolith. When this card enters play, switch Skyscraper's card to the huge character card. So let's get that out. This is the huge character card. Of course, you can also see it on screen there. And then we're going to reduce damage dealt by Skyscraper by 2, redirect any damage that would be dealt to a hero target to Skyscraper. At the start of your turn, destroy this card. So right now she is the target of everything, and that's okay because we are going to live with that. Now, for her power, it says Concussive Clap. Skyscraper deals each non-hero target 2 sonic damage and each hero target 0 sonic damage. Still trying to figure out how that 0 sonic damage might come into play, I guess, if... Well, wait. No, it's reduce damage by 2 on the ongoing. So she had something that increased her damage. I guess that would mean the heroes would take damage in that case as well. But they don't. So we're going to go do 2 sonic damage to both the glaive, which will destroy it, removing it from play, and 2 points to deadline as well. So that's pretty good. That's not a bad start. We at least got some damage going, and his weapon is gone. So his only damaging attacks right now are his catastrophes. I'm sure that will get amended fairly soon. Let's go back to Skyscraper. So we did her start of the turn, which was nothing. We then played a card and then used a power, and now all we have left to do is draw a new card and end her turn. So now she did have a start of the play ability, but she didn't use it. Okay, Micro Assembler. Play this card in front of a hero character. Okay, it gives that character a power. Discard a card, then search your deck for an equipment card and put it in either into your hand or into play, then shuffle your deck. Hey, that's great. Great Skyscraper card right there. Okay, that's going to end Skyscraper's turn. Let's go on to Captain Cosmos. We are going to put this one into play. We're going to do this one shot, actually. It says, Harsh Offense. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Captain Cosmos deals 1 target X energy damage, where X equals the number of construct cards revealed in this way, times 2. It's pretty good. All cards, discard all cards revealed that way. Okay, so we're going to draw. So the first of the cards is a construct, the wounding buffer. So that's 2 points of damage. Let's hope we continue with this bit of luck. This is a one shot, so nothing there. And a construct. So we're going to do, of course some of these are pretty good, but we're going to do 4 points of damage this turn to our villain. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Nice, he's down to 64 hit points already. That's not that great. I'm just making glass half full type comment. Okay, that was a one shot, so it's going to go into his discard pile. But he does have a power, and that power is reveal the top card of your deck, put it into play, or put it in your hand. So here we go. What's he get? He gets a Vitality Conduit. It's a construct. Play this card next to a target. Whenever this card is dealt damage, the target regains 2 hit points. Well, heck, you might as well help him. Well, you know what? Because all the damage is going to Skyscraper this turn, he's going to give it to Skyscraper. Of course, a lot of the damage that Deadline does seems to be irreducible. But this would still not affect that because he's going to take damage and she's going to regain 2 hit points. Not that it's not irreducible, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, that was his power, and then we're just going to draw a card. Gets the autonomous blade. Good, finally a weapon he can put into play. Though they're all 4 hit points, so they don't last very long. I know a theme in all of these characters. They got a lot of things, ongoings and stuff that you play down, and they're not going to last long. Maybe a turn or 2 at most. So you're cycling a lot in your decks. That would be my guess. Anyway, that is the end of Captain Cosmos. Let's go on to Knife. Okay, we're going to play, for her, Wrecking Uppercut. It's a one-shot. It says Knife deals 1 target, 3 melee damage. Now, I would like to have another equipment item in her hands so she can use this, destroy it, and use the power on it. We may do it anyway, but I don't have any actual equipment cards. So I have some ongoing limiteds, but no equipment. So anyway, Knife deals. Wait, let me think about this. No, she has to deal herself 2 damage. We're going to do this. Knife deals 1 target, 3 melee damage. Discard the top card of the villain deck. That is our card play right there. We're going to put that in her discard pile. Oh, you know what? I'll probably use this power. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Next up, we're going to go do 3 points of damage to Deadline for 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then we're going to go back to Knife. She is going to use a power, and I believe she is going to use the one from the micro assembler. It says discard a card, then search your deck for an equipment card and put it either into your hand or into play. Then shuffle your deck. So let me do that. I'm going to go find an equipment card we like and figure out what we want to do with it, and I'll return shortly. Okay. I have selected the card and shuffled her deck. So this is, again, a power from the micro assembler that was given to her by Captain Cosmos. So we discarded a card. I got to discard the card I want first. Let's see. I think we'll discard one of these overdo-its. So that was the first thing I'd do. Then I get to draw this card. So we're going to put this card into play. It says increase melee damage dealt by Knife by 1. And then it says there's a power. Knife deals 1 target 2 melee damage. If that target is destroyed, you may destroy an ongoing card. I like that a lot. Let's hope we don't destroy it, but it's a cool ability, so those are now in play. And then we get to draw another card for Knife, which we get Battlefield Experience. Looks like it has an ongoing with a power to do some damage. Okay, great. And that is going to end Knife's turn. So Knife is ready to go. We played a card, did some damage, and then got another card into play using the power granted by Captain Cosmos. Okay. Whew. Next up, we're going to go to the start of turn for the environment. Okay. Here's the environment. Now remember, Skyscraper currently has this card, and I do have to remember that she is going to have all damage redirected to her. So it could be bad for her. We'll see. But here is the card in the environment deck that we drew. Genebound Ravagers, minion. At the end of the environment turn, this card deals each non-hero target 2 melee damage. Okay, well that's fine. We know that this is only going to be directed to 1 hero, and it also is going to impact our villain. So that goes into play. Let me go put that on the app. Okay, boom. And that is the Genebound Ravager. Boom, right there. Awesome. Okay, now we're going to do 2 points of damage to, while I'm here, I might as well do it to the villain. To each non-hero target, boom. Or each it didn't say non-hero target, it said each non-minion target. Okay, so that's interesting because I don't think the energy bracelet or the augmented ally are minions either. So I do believe that they are going to go away. So let's do, they don't have any, wait, hold on. Let's think about this. This would include all hero cards, right? So this is her ability. Reduce damage to Skyscraper by 2. Redirect any damage that would be dealt to a hero target to Skyscraper. So 2 points reduced by 2. But they only had 1 each. So she's not going to take any damage this turn from this card. So that's a good thing. She absorbed all of that, I believe, because it doesn't stack. They're each separate attacks, and damage dealt to her is reduced by 2. So let me think about that for a moment. Okay, yeah, so basically none of the damage was done. You apply each of the damage separately. She's going to reduce it all by 2 points, and it was 2 points of damage with no bonus. So essentially, that it was a wash, and that card just did 2 points of damage to deadline that turn. Not too bad, not too bad at all. And anyway, that then will wrap up our session for today with the environment. And we have, let's see, do we have anything? We don't have anything at the end. Oh yeah, at the end of the environment, that's what we just did. Okay, so there's no other end of the environment actions to go. So that is going to wrap up turn 3, which is actually round 2, or sorry, turn 2, which is actually our 3rd episode of Sentinels of the Multiverse. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you're enjoying this. As always, continue to point out any issues that I may have bumped into along the way. That way we can help educate others as to how to play better, etc., etc. And by the way, even if you are pretty good at this game, when you're playing it solo with multiple characters, it can get tough. But even playing it with other people, sometimes we sit there and deliberate cards. It's just the nature of the game. So just enjoy it. If you deliberate too much, it'll take the fun out of it. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you soon.